went out on that. That was a night, a box truck, little box truck, delivery truck went over the hill out at Flat Top Lake, and it was snowing bad. I was to the point that I thought I was going to have to put chains on the truck to get to it because it had done snowed so much at night.
And this area is renowned for snowfall. Great Flat Top Mountain gets its name from the level highlands up at its summit, with elevations of up to 3,751 feet. The area is situated at the borders of Mercer, Raleigh, and Summers counties, and is the home of Winter Place Ski Resort. So you know the snow runs deep in these parts. The saying goes, if it's snowing anywhere in these three counties, it's snowing on Flat Top. This wreck happened at Flat Top Lake, a gated community surrounding the lake formed on the plateau. This delivery truck bit off more than it could chew trying to deliver packages up here during a blizzard.
I was really surprised the guy didn't get hurt because of the way it was over the hill. But the gentleman was out there delivering packages, and he come down, and it was a bad grade, and when it got right to the bottom, it just, the way it's laid, it was just so much snow, he just slid perfectly right over the hill and down over the hill. And when we come here, we set up, I took the rotator out there and I set it up, and we just hooked it and basically used it like a sled and slid it back up onto the road, then throw me a strap across the top of it, set it back up, and we actually had to haul it out because I think they messed the engine up in, because when it rolled over, I don't think with him falling around in the truck if he got turned off or not, I can't remember, but it wouldn't drive out because it had too much damage. Damage-wise on the body wasn't that bad, it was just motor-wise, because usually a motor won't run if it's laying on its top, and that one was laying on its top down over the hill. It went pretty good. Me and Walt, we was out there a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours I think it was on it, but what was sad is a lot of it was driving time because the way it was snowing, it was so dangerous getting out there.
Up next on Tow Business. An out-of-town truck driver follows his GPS right into a West Virginia creek bank. Driving here in the Mountain State is always potentially dangerous, and anything can happen. Glen's Towing and Road Service can help you. Whether it's big or small, Glen's Towing does it all. Broken down? Have an accident? Glen's Towing has the heavy-duty towing equipment to get your car or truck or tractor trailer off the side of the road or off the side of the mountain. We've got the best and biggest fleet of towing and recovery equipment in southern West Virginia. Backed by over 15 years experience, we've got the know-how to tow or recover your vehicle without any further damage to your property to get you back on the road. With 4 locations across southern and central West Virginia, we cover Kanawha, Raleigh, Mercer, Fayette, Putnam, Boone, Nicholas, Greenbrier, and Wyoming counties, as well as I-64, 77, 79, and 45 miles of the West Virginia Turnpike. So now you know who to call because Glen's Towing does it all. 304-252-6287.
We got to go help Billy, my poor old Billy. I had to take a rotator to him to get him a truck out.
It was a truck we got a call from their company on this one. That he went up, his GPS took him up a little 1-lane road. The name of the road was Claypool Road Claypool Road, and that's over near Meta Bridge actually, going towards Raynell. It's just a little one-lane country road. It's a hard road just to pass with on a car. They gave us the directions to come into him. Well, when we went in, it was about 3 miles out. Well, we got to him nose to nose. There was nothing we could do with him. We couldn't get around to the trailer. So what we had to do was we had to take the one wrecker and secure the truck. Back the rotator out about 3 miles, go about 20 miles around to the other end of the road, and back in about 7 miles to it. So it was like a 6-hour journey just to get to this truck, and took us just maybe an hour to get him out. So all of our time was spent traveling and getting him in, and that's something that we ran into a lot thanks to GPS.
It's not back in the woods, but it's a shortcut that they kind of use, and GPS took this guy up this road, and it didn't turn out good.
The invention of the GPS has been good to the boys over at Glen's Towing, sending unknowing out-of-town truck drivers down roads like this one with impassable sections and no place to turn around. This one, as unlucky as he was, won the lottery in the end.
He got his truck down in there, needless to say, he went into a curve, the trailer went over the hill down, and the only thing that kept it from rolling on in the creek was one little tree.
One little tree. And we're talking thousands of pounds. One little tree isn't much.
The GPS will send a truck driver the wrong way in a heartbeat. And it's what's sad is it happens a lot. People don't realize how much it does happen. GPS, I mean, I've even actually took a few times, I've followed GPS and wished, I never went that way. But it does, it brings you a lot of business. It's hurtful to say because you don't want it, you need it, you know. That's what makes the world go round, everybody doing something.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the area and you want to trust that GPS take you around, especially in a large truck, you're gonna have a bad day.
Now it's time to put the work in, and it's a good thing his company called Glen's Towing to rig and recover this load. Any slippage of this trailer may send it swimming with the trout.
In order to rig the trailer, we had to get down underneath it. And what made it a little bit difficult on this one, the one side, which was the driver's side of the trailer, made it a little bit difficult because it was down over the top of the water. So we had to kind of secure ourselves to get under the trailer and be able to feed the chain up around the outside of the trailer to keep from getting wet into this, it's pretty good sized little, creek bed here. So we had to secure that up to be able to maintain it, to grab it, to pull it up out of there.
Because at first the call come in, it was just a winch out. Yeah, but that goes back to what the dispatchers got from the driver. Yeah, some of the drivers, that's basically their talk. I just need a winch out, I'm just in a ditch. And that's what happens when you get on scene. It's a little more than just in the ditch. He forgot to let us know that he was halfway out this road. It's only a one-lane road. And it was tight enough for just getting the rotator out there, to let alone to have a tractor trailer in there.
Major concern on this one right here, he was about 40,000 pounds. And the way it was down over the hill, if a chain would have broke, especially if a chain would have broke the way it was, the whole truck, trailer, and everything was going to go rolling off the ridge down into the creek. And then, this is park service land. And then you got fuel spill going in the water. So, you got to put a lot of confidence in your chains and your equipment that you're using. Your cables on your trucks and the rigging that you rigged it correctly to support the truck you're grabbing. So there's a lot of little unknowns in it until you actually start picking it and see what the weight of the truck's going to do.
Which once we got on scene, we just actually swung over, grabbed it, picked it up, then swung it back into the road. And I actually swung it far enough to where he could get on across the bridge where we wouldn't have to mess with it no more. I mean, it was an easy pick. I mean, he had metal telephone poles on it. I mean, he was loaded. So it was a pretty good heavy pick, but like I said, you couldn't have winched it out. It took a lot to get it winched out with a regular truck. And that's the reason Billy, he kind of made the call, hey, give me another truck down here because I just don't want to tear the guy's stuff up no more. I mean, it just actually, you didn't hurt nothing. We picked it up, set it in the road, and he drove on out. Didn't have to do anything else. So it kept from tearing the truck up anymore. Yeah, it all falls back to the dispatchers, you know, but they can only get what they get. You know, when the people call in, you don't know what you're going to run into. It's basically what we talked about before. People, they get excited, and they don't, you know, I just need a little winch out. You know, and two, company guys, they do it all the time because companies get mad. They have to pay for the big bucks to get them out, they get mad. And I don't blame them, but you know, things happen. GPS took him that away, and what's sweet about it, they didn't lose a truck. They could have, but it worked out. Got it out easy, and nobody got hurt. Truck didn't get hurt. He drove it on and finished his load.
It's just a little one-lane road that it's about 10 miles long that a big truck should never get on, and I don't know how they do, but it was a bad day for him.
You got anything there, Jim? How about you, Beck? You want to add anything? You sure? Yeah. I guess they don't want to talk about it no more. I guess we're over with.
And that's all at Tow Business, folks. We'll see you next week. And from everybody at Glen's Towing, thanks for watching.